She lived life the way she wanted to and made her dreams come true.
Hello, beautiful being. I'm Trini, and I'm a spiritual worker, tarot reader, and sound healer. And this is a pick a card reading for the month of July. Now, if there's anything in this reading that is helpful to you or that you enjoy, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. If you prefer to have your readings done by zodiac, I do have those available on my channel as well. They're organized by playlist. However, this is a pick a card, and we're going to cover love, we're going to cover money, career, finances, overall energy. We're going to tap into everything, all right? But before I start pulling cards and before you select your group, I do like to make sure that we're vibrating really nice and high so that you're able to easily select the group that is best for you, and also so that we're able to open up and receive all of the wonderful messages that universe has for you. Messages of love, peace, power, protection, and healing. Ashe. So, I'm going to play a healing tone. Just take a nice deep breath, relax, and that'll help prepare you to select your reading, okay? All right, beautiful being. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Release any tension that you feel in your body. Allow any fears, doubts, or worries to melt away. Know that this is your time. I see truth, I hear truth, I know truth, and I speak truth. So must it be on all dimensions. Ashe. All right, beautiful being, you can go ahead and select your group. I'll see you at your reading. As you select your crystal, if you find that you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Hello, group one. All right, let's go ahead and get started with an oracle card. Divine, what message do you have for group one? All right, great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. I see this two ways. I think for some of you, you are learning a lot right now. Spiritually, you're going through a huge transformation, and there is someone around you that you are able to take in information from. You're able to learn from. You're able to, it might even be a person that you observe and you're learning from them. For others, this is a situation where you are sort of being a mentor to someone else. And so you're looking at all of the experiences that you've been through, and you're able to transform those experiences into knowledge and awareness that you're giving to other people. And that's a wonderful place to be in, because you're developing your skills of connecting with other people and translating your experiences into awareness for others. All right, I'm going to take a look at your situation, path, and outcome to see with your general energy, overall energy, what's going on, okay? All right, Divine, what messages do you have for group one? All right, situation, path, and outcome. All right, another card came out, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that one as well. For your situation, you have Five of Swords. I definitely see a lot of conflict right now. I see this as mental conflict, conflict of the mind. For some of you, there could be some external people involved. It could be friendships, it could be family members, someone maybe that you're not really gelling with right now. But for most of you, I see this as, even if it is coming from a relationship that you have, it's really impacting you and your thoughts and your daily activities. Because once something sort of infects our thoughts, our thought process, and takes over, everything you do, it's like you're washing the dishes, you think about it. You're doing laundry, you think about it. You're going to work or wherever, you're running errands, you think about it. It really does infiltrate your daily life when you have a conflict, and it's really all that you're thinking about. So I'm going to keep going with the reading, but I do have some things to say about that as far as that mental conflict is concerned, because there are some things that you can do to release that, okay? But let's see where some of this is coming from. So for your path, you have 7 of Cups. I see that there's a choice that you're trying to make. There are some options that are on the table, and you're just like, what am I going to do? For some of you, this is love. Okay, for most of you, I see that love energy with the 7 of Cups. So there may be, even those of you who are, if it's not, for some of you, I see that it's like different people that you're trying to, like you may have options, or you may be with one person, but you're sort of considering someone else. But I see options on the table. But for those of you who are in a steady relationship, this comes down to the options are, in what direction is this relationship going to go? Are we going to a more committed place? Are we going to stay the same? Are we going to, like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Yeah, I feel like there's a feeling of unsureness as far as where you stand, where you are. And you might be coming to a crossroads where there's a decision that will have to be made, okay? But step by step, day by day is always the best way to go through anything in life, okay? Step by step, day by day. And yeah, okay, so with the outcome, I see this 2 of Pentacles. So with that, it's like a choice. Where, like, I'm deciding, what do I do? How am I going to balance things in my life so that I am keeping things in order for my happiness? You know what I'm saying? Like, the objective, the goal is for you to be happy. But right now you're in a place where you're really trying to figure out where things are going so that you can have a firm foundation. Now this card came up as well, which is 4 of Cups, okay? And this is in the place of outcome. So what I don't want, and that's what I'm going to talk about for a minute, because with that 5 of Swords energy, I see the conflict, and then I see the sadness because of that conflict. And you know, when you're in a place of conflict where you're just trying to figure out where things lie and what's for you and what's not and where are we going, if there's someone that you are trying to figure out how they feel about you, first and foremost, that's something that we need to know. That's something that we need to feel confident in. And you deserve to know where you stand in a relationship. You deserve to know what the terms and conditions are of that relationship. Because we always say that love is unconditional. But when it comes to romantic love, it is absolutely conditional. You know, if you're not playing the role that you committed to play with me, whether it's providing or supporting or what have you, where does that leave me? You know what I mean? So these things are really important. Sometimes love is conditional, and in certain cases that's okay. It's just like with parents and children. If a parent isn't taking care of their child, you know, is that love? You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that you shouldn't stick around in a situation where you don't know where you stand. Your partner should at the very least let you feel confident about what the terms and conditions are of that relationship. And so if this is bothering you to the point where you're here, then I think what needs to happen is, a lot of times what you need to do is pull away a little bit. Because sometimes your presence, your constant effort, it gets too good to people. Like it's people take advantage of it. People take it for granted. When they know they're going to wake up in the morning and you're still going to be there, it's like, and even the best of us do that. It happens. Sometimes you have to pull away from a person to remind them of what it feels like to not have all of you, And here's the thing with this Four of Cups energy, it's like an energy of dissatisfaction and of just a bit of misery, really. So you don't deserve that. Decide what you want to do with your time. Don't wait for someone else. Don't base your happiness on someone else. Don't wait for someone to make you happy. You go out and create your happiness, okay? Get back in touch with the things that you love to do. Get back in touch with the things that just put a sparkle in your eyes. And it could be something simple or seemingly, crazy to people. It could be whatever it is that as long as it nurtures your soul, and typically things where we're expressing our creativity are what will set us back in alignment with our soul's purpose and path, as far as how it plays out in this lifetime. So absolutely, make sure that you are just allowing yourself to have fun and be free and do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? All right. I'm going to pull a card for love, divine. What message do you have for group 1? Oops. All right. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And they absolutely are. And they're worth exploring with someone who appreciates you. Okay? Someone who shows their appreciation for you. And it's not just enough for someone to say that they appreciate you. It should translate into actions. It should translate into actions. I'm going to pull a card for Divine Masculine and a card for Divine Feminine. So there's leeway in this, because we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. But let's see what comes up for you. Divine, what message do you have for group 1? Okay, so you've got knowledge. Trying to better understand the connection with their counterpart by reading books, searching the internet, watching tarot readings, etc. So this is someone who's trying to figure things out, trying to get information as to how they can put the pieces together of their relationship. And something that's really important is to go within and see what you feel. That's so important. That's so important. Okay. So if this represents you, and I feel like it could, just make sure that you're not investing too much of your energy in looking around. Make sure you go within, because there is such a wealth of knowledge and wisdom within you. Okay, so have confidence in that. All right, I am going to pull a Divine Feminine card for you. Divine, what message do you have for group 1? All right, you've got 2. You've got nurture and self-care. So there's a lot of, these two go together hand in hand. That's really beautiful. I love these two cards being together. And you know, self-care is a lifestyle. It's not something that we should do when we get so run down that we just can barely make it and now I need to rescue myself. Self-care is something that should be an ongoing thing. So make sure that you are living every single day putting yourself first. Okay? And take time every day to do something just for you. And sometimes that feels like work doing that because we're taught that that's selfish. So it's like we have to kind of force ourselves to, no, I am going to take care of myself today. I am going to, take a bath or read a book or whatever. But definitely take time for yourself and be intentional about that. Okay, and that's going to help raise your vibration to get you out of this state right here and to keep you from going into that Four of Cups type of energy. Okay? All right, I'm going to pull from this. I love this Hip Chick Tarot deck. I always use it for career and like finances and stuff like that because I just feel like it flows well for that. So I'm going to pull from this and see what Divine has for you, Group 1, for money, career, and finances. Okay, so you've got 9 of Earth. So that's 9 of Pentacles. That is prosperity and things coming into fruition and like absolute expansion for you in the way of money and finances and all of that. I also see for some of you okay, that goes back to that knowledge card too because yeah, that's strong because in here she's wearing a graduation cap. So you might be thinking about taking some courses or learning something, and you also have that knowledge card. It's here somewhere. Yeah, right here. This knowledge card. So I see you like reading up on some stuff or increasing your knowledge, increasing your awareness. And that is so good. And that's a really healthy way to distract yourself from delving too deep into that, that like vibe of conflict. You know, you don't want to stay there. Sometimes you have to process that just to get to the clarity that you need, but to stay in that state, no, you don't deserve this. Okay, so focus on you and better yourself. Do things that make you feel good because you deserve that. That's your resting place. That's where you're supposed to be. You know, we think that joy and peace are like some amazing reward, but that's really how we're supposed to feel, you know? So claim that. All right, I am going to close with another oracle card to find what messages do you have for Group 1. Okay, oh my. You got quite a few. All right, so the first one, turn away. So I feel like there's something with not only with the mental conflict and just deciding that you're going to have peace and live on a frequency of peace, but also turn away from doing too much for other people. I feel like there is a lack of appreciation that is being expressed right now as far as people around you. And it's not that we should do things in order to feel appreciated by other people because we love ourselves, but there is a certain level of reciprocity that goes into a healthy relationship. And so if you are not experiencing that, and I feel like that might be an issue right now, then turn away from that desire to keep giving, to keep nurturing something that is not nurturing you. And with that card that says nurture, it's talking about nurturing yourself. That's talking about watering your soil and really looking out for you, okay? All right, so that was the first one, turn away. You also have healing. This is a major time of healing. And I just see you growing so much. Like, that's why this nurture card is here. Like, you're growing, you know? So there are so many things that go into that process of growth, and there are points of frustration, there are points of conflict, and then through that conflict we learn how to have peace, because we don't like the conflict, right? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. So our goal, if your goal is to have less and less conflict and to just go with the flow of life, you're in a good place, because that's what we should aim for, you know, in order to have peace. All right, feelings. So I know that there are some, it seems like there are some feelings for, you know, that you've invested, some emotions that you've invested in a person. And that's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a part of you. You invested feelings in someone. That's one of the most vulnerable points of our life, you know? And so don't feel like you've made a mistake. You had an experience. You had an experience. You are having an experience. And you're learning and growing through all of this, okay? All right, you've also got contentment. So contentment is yours to have. You absolutely do not have to be in this place of Four of Cups. You can be content, okay? And get that contentment by doing what makes you happy. Decisions. I see some ties maybe being broken. Anything that does not serve you at this point, any relationship that does not serve you, you know, you'll be making those decisions and doing what's truly best for you. Dreaming. So this is what always takes us to the next level in life. And so if there's something that we have to take a break from or leave behind, what keeps you going is, you know, that dream that you have of manifesting the love and the life that you truly desire. And you are going to have so many things that will just flow to you naturally, because with you going through this phase of growth, it's like opening portals for blessings to come into your life. And so keep dreaming. Don't feel like that's crazy to do. It's absolutely wonderful for you to imagine what it is that you want. But also be grateful for where you are, because that opens even more doors for our manifestation of what we want, okay? All right, and you've got, Spirit was really speaking, right? We've got recognition. Recognize the growth that you have done. Recognize the strength that you have within you. Recognize the power that lies within you that you may not have even tapped into yet, but it's coming. It's coming. It's like it's boiling inside of you. It's going to have to come out. But yeah, it's like there's something within you right now that's really, it's about to manifest into like a total new you. And it's going to appear new to other people. Really, this is the result of you from birth to this point right now. Okay? But it's going to look to other people like it's a totally new you, because it's a you that's content. It's a you that is joyful just to be alive, and a you who is really like, you're making the best decisions for you. You're making the best decisions for you. Okay? And then you also have moving forward. So as you cut ties, as you release what no longer serves you, you are moving in the perfect direction for you. All right? Okay, group one, I hope that this reading was helpful to you. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also follow me on Instagram at InHerDreams11. I post tarot readings and inspiration and all kinds of stuff. All right. I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care. Hello, group 2. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with an oracle card. Divine, what message do you have for group 2? All right, you've got 2. Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. So that's that wands energy, that fire. Or there's something within you. This could be with love. This could be getting something started with a love relationship. This could be a desire to start something new in the way of a business. This could be just you getting back in touch with what you're passionate about, what feels good to you, you know, what feels good to your soul. But definitely a time of great passion for you. And also you've got trust and thrive. So what's coming to me now is as far as allowing this ignition of your passions to really happen. Trust and know that all is well. Because I feel like there might be some concerns either over how you'll be viewed by others, or how you'll make things work financially, or how, you know, all the questioning words we ask before we start something or before we let something play out that's really truly for us. We always ask those questions. What's going to happen? How's this going to look? How's this going to work? Divine is saying trust and you will thrive. Okay? All right. I am going to pull a situation, path, and outcome card to take a look at your overall energy. Divine, what messages do you have for group 2? All right, situation, path, and outcome. All right, so for your situation, you have the moon. And what I'm seeing here is that hidden aspect of the moon card. So the igniting your passions came up. I feel like there's something deep within you that you really want to express. You really want to allow to come out. You want to share it, but there may be some fear. And so there's this, I see you sort of like sinking into a place of comfort where, okay, I don't have to worry because I know that if people see me in this light, it's not going to be an issue. So you kind of want to stay safe. All right. The thing is that I see that as you do this over a period of time, you know, we all do that from time to time. Sometimes we don't want to share everything with everybody, right? Because not everything is everybody's business, and that's cool. That's good. That's privacy. You know, keep some things to yourself. Some things are only for you. But when you do this over a period of time and you keep hiding something that's truly supposed to be expressed, it's supposed to be a source of pride for you. Then in that case, we start shrinking ourselves. And then you can start to feel like you sort of lose your identity. You know, you forget who you really are because you're hiding your truth so often. So, yeah, so for this, for your path, you have justice. Okay, I have to skip to the outcome. Outcome is magician. So with this justice card, you know what I see? So I see here, you're looking at the situation and you're really weighing like, how do I want to be seen? How do I see myself? How do I want to present myself? You're really taking a look at, and that goes with that moon card where you're really delving into who you are. And you're reflecting on what's right for you, right? You're determining boundaries. That's also with this justice card. You know, deciding what's what and how much of this should I have, how much of that should I have in order to attain balance in my life, okay? But for this outcome, that's what I love, because this magician card, that's you taking control and saying, okay, Here's what I have. Here's who I am. What I'm going to do is take that and step by step, day by day, I am going to allow myself to be the person that I am. I'm going to manifest whatever it is that I need to manifest in order to achieve that balance, to maintain balance in my life. And so I really see with this Justice card, you're sort of deciding your terms and conditions in life. You're really putting your foot down, and at this point you're not putting your foot down. That's coming with that Magician card. But right now you're just sort of exploring who you are. And I see that here as well with that Moon card, where you're just kind of, you're going with the flow and you're exploring. But just know that this is in opposition to that Ignition card, that Ignite Your Passion card, okay? So don't stay in this energy too long where you're just being very sort of laid back and exploring who you are. Eventually, when the time is right for you, you are going to allow all of that passion within you to express itself, and you are going to manifest amazing things as a result. Okay, so I feel like this is a huge personal transformation for you. But you're doing well. You're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly where you need to be. Don't feel like, oh, I gotta be here. I gotta be at point B. I gotta be at point C. No, wherever you are is where you're meant to be. Just allow the process to flow, and you'll be okay. All right. I'm going to pull a love and relationships card for you. Divine, what message do you have for group 2? All right, you have calling in your soulmate. So with all of this that you're going through with deciding what you want to do with your life and how you want to present your passions and your dreams and your goals, and really figuring out your boundaries with people, and how much is too much to give, and how much of myself should I be sharing with you, and all of that. This is all work that is preparing you for a positive, strong, long-lasting love experience, okay? Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So all of this work that you're doing on yourself is helping you to be where you need to be, and to be in a positive place for love. Okay? So that's really good. If you're in a relationship right now, it's going to help strengthen that relationship. If you are manifesting a love relationship, it's going to help attract that relationship to you even faster. It's going to speed up that process. Okay? So that's really good. All right, I'm going to use this Hip Chick Tarot, or actually, no. I'm going to, that's when I do money, career, and finances. I still want to take another look at some love things with this Divine Masculine deck and Divine Feminine deck. Now, this could be you or your person. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us, so there's some leeway in there. But let's see what Divine has to say. All right, Divine, what messages do you have for group 2? All right, you've got Awakening and Nostalgia. All right, so with this Awakening card, this is for Divine Masculine, okay? But what's happening there is an immense amount of evolution going on, like accelerated speed. So, and this is happening for a lot of people right now with everything that's going on. We're in the age of Aquarius now. Like, things are looking and feeling different to everybody. So you or your person, potentially both, are going through a huge awakening right now. And this is helping prepare you for each other. So these are really nice cards as far as how they go together. calling in your soulmate and awakening, because you want to meet your soulmate that you'll be journeying through this life with. You want to meet them in an awakened state. Okay. So that's really beautiful. And you also have nostalgia. So there might be some memories going on, some longing for someone that you have known or connected with in the past. But what I will say is that that's normal for everybody. We all think about the past. You know, the mind naturally kind of goes there. And we can stay there for a little bit, but when it starts to distract us from where we are in the present, that is where we need to redirect our mind. And a lot of times you have to take your mind and say, listen, now look, what we're not going to do is, so some things need to be explored and just kind of walked through. And then other things we need to steer away from, because if it's not helping to build you up, if it's not helping to take you to a place of empowerment and of self-love, then it's doing the exact opposite. And we don't want that. Okay, so if you're reflecting on some past experiences, that's okay, until it starts to be an issue. If it's distracting you, then just work on some, I have a really good meditation for letting go, a good meditation for self-love. That's a great one. That's a great one. Okay, to help bring your focus back on you. Okay. All right. I am going to pull from the Divine Feminine deck. Divine, what message do you have for group 2? Awakening. Oh my gosh. So check this out. Where was that card? Okay, I just had awakening. Wait a minute. Here it is. So you got awakening for Divine Masculine. You got awakening for Divine Feminine. And you got calling in your soulmate. So you and your soulmate are preparing. You're preparing yourselves for each other. Oh my gosh. That's so beautiful. And for those of you who have already called in your soulmate and you're with them, if it seems like a little bit of a rough patch right now, what I am getting is that this awakening state is bringing you to a place where you can vibrate on a very similar frequency, and you'll be much more prepared to be synced up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be more synced, in sync with one another, and just flowing together a lot more easily. So it might feel a little bit like a bumpy ride right now, but an awakening is a bumpy experience sometimes. So I would say, you know, this is looking really, really good as far as how it's supposed to happen, where people come together in love. So just keep that in mind. Okay, just keep that in mind. All right, I am going to, oh yeah, I gotta pull from this deck, the Hip Chick Tarot deck. I love using this for money, career, and finances. So let's see what Divine has to say about that. For group 2, Divine, what messages do you have? All right, so you've got flow. So flow with the way that things are going right now. It might feel like there's something that you need to sort of fight, but no, just flow. Just flow. And whenever you need to address an issue, Spirit will give you the strength to do that. Ace of Feel, so there may be something that you are feeling like you want to express as far as a talent or a passion or a business idea or something new with your job. There's a new sort of passion that you are about to, that could go back to that expression. Oh my God, you see how that works? Ignite your passion. I see that with this Ace of Feel. That's the start of a new emotion, of a new, Yeah, and that could be like a wand's energy too, with that like fire, but also just the start, like ignition, start. I see you starting something new as far as a desire that you have, that you really want to start expressing with your career or a hobby or passion. And then you've got 7 of feel. So you might feel a little bit like, how do I balance all of this? I also see that with that Justice card, just trying to decide sort of where everything fits. Like, how much of this do I need and how much of that? You know, I see some of that going on. And just trying to take it all in and say, all right, how do I make all this fit together? You've got work, you've got love, you've got, I want to have enough time for myself, you know. So there might be some of that, but Spirit is just saying to flow, go with the flow. And when I think of that flow card, I also think, because you got the moon and she's underwater on that card, you know. So I'm feeling like that's definitely where you're supposed to be right now. Just make sure that when the time comes for you to truly ignite and allow that self-expression to really play out, that you do that. Because you don't want this self-exploration phase to turn into a self-shrinking phase where you're just not revealing anything about yourself and you're kind of denying your greatness. You don't ever want to be in a place where you're doing that. Okay, so yes, just flow for now, and the right time to express that passion will come. Okay, all right, I am going to close with another oracle card for you to find what message do you have for group 2. Okay, you've got re-energize. Yes, I see that with that 7 of feel, just kind of feeling overwhelmed. Like I've got all these things on my plate. What do I pick from? What do I give my time and my devotion to? To yourself. Start there. And that's going to re-energize you. And then that's going to bring you to a place where you're able to express yourself, express your passions, and really get back in touch with the truest sense of who you are. Okay? All right, beautiful being. I hope that this was helpful to you. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also follow me on Instagram at InHerDreams11. I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care. Hello, group 3. Let's go ahead and get started with an oracle card for you. Divine, what message do you have for group 3? All right, you've got make plans and focus. So there's something that you need to give your attention to at this time, as far as being very, it's like you've made the decision. Now you need to kind of buckle down and get things going. Get your pad, get your pen, make your plans, and the time will come to put those plans in motion. But right now it's just a time to organize and get some things together, get some ideas on paper, sketch it out, draw it out, do whatever you need to do to brainstorm. Okay. And you also have High Priestess, harness mystic power. So as you're doing this, as you are making plans, as you are writing things down, as you are sketching things out, and really getting your steps sort of lined up and sketched out so that you can see what it's going to look like. You can really truly visualize it and see it right in front of your eyes. You are doing this with the ability of psychic intuition and just intuitively knowing what is going to be the best move for you. So as you make plans, don't doubt yourself, because that's something that can sort of stifle us as we are putting one foot in front of the other. And then we start doubting and saying, well, maybe that's not good, or I don't know, will this work? And then everything just gets really, you get overwhelmed at that point. So keep things simple and trust your intuition. Trust that inner guidance, okay? And you will never go wrong. All right, I'm going to lay a situation path outcome spread for you to see your overall energy. All right, path and outcome for group 3. Define what messages do you have? They're coming out at like one at a time. All right, and outcome. Ooh. All right, so for your situation, you have 9 of Wands. Okay. I'm seeing this as like what I was talking about with the make plans and focus. Like there's something stopping you, or you feel like it's stopping you from getting ahead. And for some of you, this is a person that you feel like is stopping you from getting ahead. And now I see you as the shield maiden. Look at that, 9 of Wands. There's a barrier right in front of her. So this is how I'm seeing you, where it's like you feel like you are on guard with someone. There's somebody or something that you feel like you really have to protect yourself from. And with this make plans and focus, what I'm seeing is it's like Divine is saying none of that is an issue. Like what you think is an issue, it really is something that you are so much stronger than. You're just thinking that you're not. You know what I mean? You're thinking that you're not. So there may be a lot of energy that you're putting into this 9 of Wands vibration, where you're saying, oh, I have to protect myself. I can't, no, don't bother me. Don't hurt me again. Don't come into my space. You know, like working really hard to set up boundaries, and boundaries are important. Absolutely. Okay. So don't ignore that. But Spirit is saying that what you think is greater than you absolutely is not. You are greater than it. You are greater than it. So make plans and focus on what's truly important. Because what's important is not in this energy right here, this 10 of Swords. No, because it's like, with 10 of Swords, I see that a part of your path, if you allowed it, okay, if you allow the mind to take you to that place, is like, is this all there is? Like, I'm going through these experiences. I have to shield myself all the time from all this craziness. I have to focus my energy on protecting myself. But with 10 of Swords, there is a light. There is light. And this is you coming out of that place where you're like so focused on just protecting yourself that you're not enjoying yourself. You should be enjoying. Okay? So be aware of where you're putting your energy. Because you might be putting a lot of it into just shielding yourself from potential harm. But Divine is saying that what you think is harm, just make plans and focus. Do what you need to do. Handle your business and be very logical about it. While also, as far as your actions are concerned, like what you're doing, your plans, but you know what to do because you have that High Priestess intuition. So you know what to do. Now just walk it out. For your outcome, you have Ace of Pentacles. So this is the start to prosperity. I see this as like a start after that Ten of Swords energy. It's like this is the next step. This is a new beginning as far as you realizing your freedom. You know, that's the growth of something new. So even though you've always been free, you didn't always know that you were free. So now that you know, you can walk in that freedom and have those new beginnings and opportunities just flow in, come in for you. Okay? All right. I'm going to pull a card for love. Divine, what message do you have for group 3? Okay, you've got 2. Oh, engagement. And worth waiting for. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you, the engagement is something that is on the horizon. Okay. And as I'm saying on the horizon, look at this. Is that you looking out for that next step? Looking for that next step in love, that new start. Yeah, but I feel like for some of you, you feel like it's just not here yet. Like, what is going on? Where is my happiness? Where is my... Okay, so first of all, we don't want to wait on our happiness. You can create your happiness right now, okay? So you take charge of your happiness. But also realize that you could go out here and get what might look like what you want, but it isn't really. You know what I mean? If you don't want to wait. But there's something that is worth waiting for. And I see it being very serious with that engagement. I see it being like leading to something very beautiful and very strong. So Spirit is saying to hold off, to wait, and it's just reassuring you that what is sort of being cooked up, what is in the making is definitely worth it. Okay, so that's wonderful news. I am going to pull a Divine Feminine and a Divine Masculine card. This could be for you or your person, or there's a lot of leeway there because we all have feminine and masculine energies within us. But let's just see what Divine has to say, okay? So this is Divine Feminine. Divine, what? Okay, this one flipped. Oh, you got boundaries. There was another one that flipped. Hold on. There was another one that flipped. Okay. Yeah, okay, so you've got karmic family and boundaries. Cool. So with boundaries, that goes right along with that Shield Maiden card and also the 9 of Wands. So I definitely see you saying no to someone and putting a lot of energy into that though. This could be with family because with this card, it's usually someone that you are in a relationship with as far as family is concerned. It could be sisterhood, brotherhood, parent, a parental relationship. But this person is here to teach you something. And so it doesn't always go very smoothly. It's not like one of those easy relationships, which don't typically happen very often. But yeah, with karmic family, I've definitely experienced that. And it's just simply to teach us. And it's more often that we run into this type of relationship with a family member that does have conflict in it than, oh, everything just, it's like smooth sailing. You know, that's rare. This is very common. So know that you are not alone in your interactions with this person and just remain strong. So it's funny because this came up for, I was pulling this for love though. So this could be with your person if you're involved with someone. But yeah, for a lot of you, I do see this as family, okay? All right, I'm going to pull a card for Divine Masculine. Divine, what message do you have for group 3? All right, you've got Comfort Zone and Trapped. All right, so it's funny because I'm pulling all of these cards where I'm reading for love, but I just keep feeling like family, you know, I think that's coming through very strong on this reading. Some family issues, okay? You've got Comfort Zone. So choosing things or people that feel familiar, staying in that safe zone. I see this though as it's like that is your retreat from the sort of craziness that you are observing around you, and that's why you wanted to protect yourself with these cards here, because you're feeling like you just want to be in a zone where you don't have to deal with any of that, you know. You just want to be comfortable, and that's very normal. But just know that this experience is here to teach you something, and so as you go through it, just know that it is not in vain, okay? You also have the Trapped card, so there may be a feeling of being trapped, sort of being, and I see this as trapped in a cycle. Trapped in a cycle of the same sort of thing happening over and over again. I feel like this is you wanting someone else to just wake up and realize and like see. I feel like you've already had an awakening, and these people or this person that you are dealing with, they are not in that same awakened state. So you're kind of seeing things from the perspective of, why don't they just put it all together and see it? And you're right, like that's the goal. But this is going to be a lesson in patience and strength for you, because these other people or this other person is not in the same awakened, elevated state that you were in, okay? And don't let it push you back in a corner. You know, nobody puts baby in a corner, right? So don't let it take you here to where you feel like, I just got to get away. I just got to go. I just got to go. I got to be in my comfort zone. I just got to get away. You know, like, let your comfort zone be like this guy right here, where he's just chilling, listening to music, nurturing himself. Don't let it be like, oh, I got to go in a corner. You know, don't shrink yourself for anybody. Okay? All right, so that was Divine Feminine and Masculine. I'm going to pull a couple cards for money, career, and finances to see what Divine has to say with that. Divine, what messages do you have for group 3? Okay, you have, ooh, yes, Boss of Earth and 2 of Earth. So that's Pentacles right here for Earth. So you've got 2 of Pentacles. I see that there's like these choices that you're making as far as achieving balance, and you might be deciding like where to put your energy, where to sort of put your money, as far as this could be like subscriptions or bills, or, you know, just, and also how to just balance life and finances and family and all of that, right? But I see you going into a really beautiful state of just being that boss, you know, and knowing that you're making decisions that are going to turn out in your favor. Like, have that confidence. What I'm doing is going to be good for me. That's right. I am creating my future. I am creating my present. I'm creating my reality, you know? So, yes, absolutely. All right, I'm going to close with another oracle card to find what messages do you have for group 3. All right, you have healing. So I know that you're going through a huge time of healing. And just know that this situation that you're going through where you are sort of putting up your defenses, know that with each and every step that you take, you are promoting your healing, promoting your self-love, and you're taking yourself to a new level. So even in those times, in those moments where you need to shield yourself, you don't ever have to shrink yourself. You are a beautiful being that deserves to shine and know your worth, okay? And to not back down. So turn away. Turning away, I'm seeing as like turn away from the desire that you would have to put up too many defenses or to feel like you are blocking your blessings because someone else is in the way. Like no one can truly block your blessings. No one can truly block your blessings from you. What's due for you is due for you, and it will come. Okay? So, yes, open up and know that as you go forward, you have the power and the intuition that you need to take you to exactly where you need to be. Okay? So turn into that intuitive guidance inside of yourself. See with your mind's eye and trust what comes to you. Okay? All right, beautiful being. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope that this was helpful to you. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care. Hello, group 4. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to pull an oracle card to see what message Divine has for group 4. All right, you've got 2. One is see your seeds grow. So there's something that you have planted. There's an intention that you have set, and you are going to watch that grow, okay? You might be at a point now where you're like, is it ever going to happen? Is it ever going to grow? And, you know, things take time. Things take time. So this is an experience that's going to develop patience within you, but it will absolutely be worth it, okay? So better to go slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, okay? So if it's not happening in the time period that you want it to, don't worry. Don't worry. It's happening, okay? Broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. So there may have been some conflict around you at a certain point. This could be your own inner peace. So experiences that you have gone through that you might reflect on that cause you some of that anguish, some of that discomfort. You are coming into a place of peace. And also for those of you who have experienced conflict with other people, you are coming into a place of peace as well. But what Divine is saying is that if it's with another person, make sure that you initiate that peace. And that could be by stepping away. That could be by just not engaging in any nonsense with anybody. But you make sure that you protect your peace at all costs. Okay? All right. Protect your peace. Yes. And sometimes we have to go against social norms for that, because social norms say basically to be friends with everybody. And we just can't do that. You know, we can't always do that. All right. I am going to lay a, not career yet. We're not on that yet. A situation, path, and outcome card for you, or spread for you. All right. Ooh. Okay. So for your situation, you have 10 of Wands. So I see that there is something that you feel like you've been going through that you're just kind of like, okay, where is the light at the end of the tunnel? I've been carrying this burden for long enough. And this is good though, because this is your 10. So this is this cycle coming to a completion. And you are journeying on, and know that all this baggage that you were carrying with you, it has made you stronger, but now it's time to let it go. Okay, so carrying it has helped you to figure out some situations, some dynamics, to do some shadow work, some reflecting on your past. But now it's time to let that baggage go, okay? Because you don't deserve to always have a heavy load, okay? It's time to lighten your load. For your path, you have the Lovers, and then for outcome, you have Page of Pentacles. So with the Lovers, this is your path. I feel like there is some refuge for you in the way of love. I feel like there is like this burden that you've been carrying. It's going to lead you to a place where you are more in sync with a person who is a good fit for you. And the reason why is because you've been working on yourself. Okay? And so there's definitely a lot of preparation that has been going on in order to transform you into a person who is completely comfortable with yourself, completely tuned in as far as what it is that you need and what it is that you truly want. I feel like this journey has been about a journey of self-knowledge. It's been about a journey of self-acceptance so that your love can feel more like a resting place. It can feel more like a refuge. It can feel more like home because you are more at home with yourself. Okay? With this Page of Pentacles, what I see here is like, I see this as related to the Empress card. I'm not seeing this so much as career. I'm seeing this as your own abundance of self-awareness, of love for yourself, of appreciation for yourself. And I feel like with this standing on one foot here, you're kind of trying to get your balance. You're like, how is this going to play out? I don't know. I'm still coming out of this 10 of Wands energy where I was feeling burdened. So this next thing, this next phase, I don't know. You know, it's okay not to know. It's okay not to know. There's a lot of wisdom that comes from the unknown, okay? And us just being willing to walk it out. So you are getting your balance as you come into the next phase of life. And I see this, when I see this card right now for you, I see also the Empress. So it's like this is where you're starting, and that's a wonderful place with Page of Pentacles. But you are going to experience even more abundance and prosperity that is not only in the physical, but even more so on a spiritual and a mental level. Okay? All right, I'm going to pull a love card for you. Divine, what message do you have for group 4? All right, you have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So look, that looks just like the Lover's card. This is like a repeat. So when that happens, Spirit is speaking loud and clear, okay? So this is definitely going to be a major theme for you, passion and love. But I see it as like something that you have earned. You have done the work, You've done the work. So as this happens, as this experience comes to you, as it plays out, just know that you deserve it. Know that you deserve this goodness. Okay? All right, I'm going to pull a Divine Feminine card and also a Divine Masculine. For both of those, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. So this could be for you. This could be for your person. But there's some flexibility there. But let's see what Divine has to say. Divine, what message do you have for group 4? Okay, so this is for Divine Feminine. You got stillness and receptive. So both of these go together really well because it's in those still moments where we are able to receive, where we are quiet enough to first of all know what we need, and then to recognize it when we see it, and then to finally receive it, and then to be grateful for it. And then we turn it around and we give it to someone else, and we are able to serve, be of service to someone, whether it's a loved one or a complete stranger. But we give that goodness and then we receive it, and then we give it and we receive it. So you are coming into a receptive state right now. You've been giving a lot. You may have been acting in that active energy, but you are coming into an awareness of self. This is all about self. I see complete and total hermit energy right here, where you are just like, I'm going to be still, I'm going to chill, and I'm going to receive all the blessings that universe has for me. So definitely be on the lookout for a lot of blessings coming your way that you may not have even asked for these things, but they're just coming to you. It's because universe is returning to you what you have given to others. It's your time to receive, okay? All right, I'm going to pull from the Divine Masculine deck. Divine, what message do you have for group 4? Okay, these flipped over. So you've got warrior energy and abundant. I see this as like tied into that love and passion energy. Because what you've gone through, it's like, I still see this as your energy. What you've gone through, it's like, I see that you've been fighting and working so hard. But now you're going to receive. Now it's your time to be receptive and to just be still and to not feel like you have to work all the time in order to make things happen. Okay? Yeah. I see abundance with love. And also abundance as far as a knowledge and an understanding of who you are. Okay? I'm going to pull from this Hip Chick Tarot deck to take a look at your career, money, and finances. Divine, what messages do you have for group 4? Okay, so you've got 9 of Feel, which is 9 of Cups. So as far as career, money, and finances, I feel like there's a time of just sort of like comfort with yourself. This looks a lot like that stillness card that I pulled. It's like, I'm here and I'm confident. And so just know that all of this goodness, this self-awareness that's coming to you, it's going to play out with your career and business and finances and all of that as well. Because 9 of Cups, 9 of Feel is very much about wish fulfillment. And so she's happy. She's sipping on her latte or whatever that is. And she's ready to receive. She's ready to just be, She doesn't have to do anything. She's just there in all her glory. Okay, so yes, a huge time of abundance and fulfillment with career, money, and finances, and self-awareness and self-esteem and all of that. I love it. I'm going to close with another oracle card, okay? Divine, what messages do you have for group 4? All right, you've got these 3. You've got acceptance. Yes, acceptance of who you are. You are coming into a full-on transformation as far as your comfort with yourself and just being like, I'm me. And what? And what? Acceptance of yourself and of your journey. Discernment. So keep your eyes open, you know, be willing to see things with your mind's eye, because it will tell you things that your physical eyes will not. And it will allow you to see things that you cannot see with your physical eyes. So just be aware, and also free yourself. Free yourself. And that's really the transition that this is all about, is you being free. You saying, you know what, I've worked. I'm ready to relax now. I've done the work. I'm ready to reap the rewards. You know what I mean? So that is absolutely beautiful. All right, beautiful being. I hope that this was helpful to you. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also follow me on Instagram at InHerDreams11. I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care.